loose leash, that dog can make this big mistake, and there's nothing to do about it. I heel, and I loop the leash over my finger, and now I can hold that leash here, and they can pull like hell, and I can hold this by my thumb and my finger down below, over my other finger. And I'm like this. If that dog starts to make it forward a little bit, I do this, my bottom fingers. If the dog starts not paying attention, I do this, straight up. If the dog is moving wide, I do this, pull him in. But I want to have it, I don't want it tight, but I want it taut.
And if the leash, the snap on the leash, is straight up and down, the dog's in heel position.
Yes.
If it's
Anytime
out in
this is
front,
like this,
he's forward,
if that leash starts going forward, that
forward's
dog is
there.
If that dog is
he's wide, and he's lagging.
So
So if you hold your leash in the right position,
to lock my hand up on the seam of my hand here, this part of my thumb here, hold it there, and that leash always stays straight down, up and down. The dog always in heel position just like that. Anytime it goes like this, the dog knows position is forward again. And so I heel dogs on leash, even finished dogs, it's
I very rarely ever hear my dog off leash unless I'm in a ring. Very rarely ever.
because if they make a mistake, I want right now, if they make some big mistake,
If they make a little mistake,
yeah, we're going to fix it right now. We're going to back up, go through wherever the mistake was made, mistake. I'm going to show you exactly how I want it done.
Kathy, you and Sue work together, right? So when Fred's giving me a lesson, if I go down there and my left turn down there is shitty, he's gonna say, okay, come on up here, let's do a left turn box. Well, I'll come up here, we'll do it down there, we'll do a left turn box, then he'll start me there, we'll go down and we'll go into the left turn again, and if it's okay, then we'll go on. But he'll pull me out of healing fairly often. Let's work on that left turn, let's work on the right turn.
Yeah, and I think that if you're fixing something, you have to do it a minimum of at least 3 times. No less than 3 times is going to make an impression on you.
So when you guys two work together, isolate those spots, stop whatever else you're doing, do not go on and work on that specific thing.
Yes.
One of my field trainers says that what you're working on is the last command you've given.
Yes.
So if you've asked the dog to do an about turn and he messes up the about turn, forget the other bullshit. Don't go on. Go back and work on that about turn, and then go on and
See, I think, thanks, you. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you before you hand the dog off, if you could one more time demo the leash snap thing.
Always keep listening. It doesn't make any difference if it goes this way or if it goes this way. It's still the same thing. It's looped over your finger. And then this finger and your thumb, just hold it together like that. And you can give it out pull. It's not going to be slipping out my hand. Okay? So I want the leash like this. I want to work up closer to the dog's head. And I'm going to have my hand against the seam of my pocket right here. Okay? The closer to your dog's head, the more you control the head, you control the body. Okay? And so I want the leash taut, not tight, like this, where I'm choking the dog, but I want it like this. So if he starts to forge, gets up there, what I'm doing is bringing him back to that same position where he should be. I'm bringing, if that leash starts, I'm going to move myself to show you what I mean. If the leash gets up here, I'm going to bring the dog back, until he's back in position. You see what I mean as we're working? If the dog starts getting wide, if he starts going out there wide, I'm going to take my bottom, my little finger and ring finger down here, and I'm going to work him, get him in there. Still have my hand tucked against my hip. Boom, boom, because that's heel position. Straight down there. I teach dogs from the beginning, they always get a treat off the seam of my pant. Down here. And I always try to give a treat with the dog's head as straight as possible. Straighter the head, the straighter the body. Oh, straighter the head, the straighter the body. If you give more people think they do, but I have a dog person that's done some fantastic things with dogs. And it was last week, and I was the treat to the dog with their head up in heel position. I said, don't be reaching treats to them. They always get them off the seam of your pant. Because that's where I want my dog's head, is up on the seam of my pant. And she said, okay. And she was doing something, all of a sudden, she gave the dog up here. I said, where the hell is your pants at? You know, I said,
Drop your drawer.
I said, I don't see your pants up there. And she said, you just told me that too. And I said, yes, because we get in habits and we do things that we don't realize we're doing. So you have to, I teach dogs that this, like puppies, will go along, and we're not doing healing, but we're doing controlled walk. But I'm giving them treats all the time, but the treat is always coming off of the seam of my pant. I want the dog to learn this is where the good spot is. If I stay here, good things happen. They're never going to get anything from up here. They're never going to get anything from back here if I'm walking them. They're always going to be here. So if they learn in a hurry, I want to stay here. I want to stay here. Now let them make the decision. If my responsibility is to get them to where they want to make the decision. But like if we're just walking, come on, man. Hey. Hey. What's he going to do? Get back there?
Why didn't you tell me it? Yeah, but once you got the treat done, tell me a treat.
You ever see a golden do a border collie creep?
I was gonna say, it's in limbo. He's doing half.
And if I'm working a dog and say, I would stop. Well, if he wants a treat, he's got to get back. I don't have to give it to him. You want this? You want this? Yeah. He has to come back to the treat. I'm not going to reach up there and give it to him. So that's how they learn, oh, I want to be here. Yes.
When you're doing reining, the way you showed us